Welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to work with colors in CSS. Color plays a huge role in web design. They help user focus on important content, improves readability, and make websites look modern and visually appealing. The most common color model used on digital screens is RGB model. Every color you see on the computer screen is created by combining these three base colors. Each color channel can have a value between 0 and 255. 0 means no intensity, 255 means maximum intensity. Since there are 3 channels, combining different values allows us to create over 6.8 million colors. Let's look at a few examples. If red is 255 while green and blue are 0, we get a pure red. If green is 255 and the other are 0, we get a pure green. And similarly, we can create blue also. Now what happens if all the 3 channels are at their maximum? Like R equal to 255, G 255 and B 255. This gives us white. And if all the 3 channels are 0, we get black. Mixing 2 colors creates additional colors. For example, red plus green creates yellow and red plus blue creates magenta. Green plus blue creates cyan. These values combine to create an orange shade. Don't worry about the memorizing these numbers. Normally, developer uses a color picker instead of manually typing RGB values. RGBA notation, sometimes we also need a transparency. For that, CSS provides this RGBA function. So this is an RGBA function. The first 3 values are exactly the same as RGB. The 4th value controls the transparency. This value ranges from 0 to 1. 0 means completely transparent and 1 means completely opaque. For example, RGBA is especially used for overlays, shadows, cards, and modern UI designs. The hexadecimal number, another popular way to define colors using hexadecimal notation. Instead of numbers between 0 and 255, hexadecimal uses values from 00 to FF. And working with gray colors. Gray colors are a special case. Whenever all 3 RGB channels have the same value, the result is a shady gray. Here we have RGB 69, 69, 69, hashtag 444. Creates a dark gray. Similarly, there are types of so many grays. Everything is between simply another shade of gray. These gray colors are commonly used for body text, borders, backgrounds, and suitable UI elements. Now let's actually use color inside our style sheets. The most common property is simply the color. This changes the text color. For example, we go to H1 and add color property. As the VS Code suggests so many colors, so simply we can use hexadecimal code like hash 1098 AD. It gives view. As you can see, the color of this code magazine changes. Instead of remembering the colors or the color codes, VS Code provides a built-in color picker. Simply when you hover this, you can see the color. You can change here. Automatically the color inside is also changes. It is a gray picker. We can change anything or any from here. As you can see, the color automatically changes, and you can also see the transparency layer, which is also called RGBA. I don't want that, so I am getting back to normal. Hash 1098 AD. Just saving it. So applying one color to multiple headings. Suppose we want the same color for all the headings for H1, H2, and also H3. Instead of repeating the code, we can combine this using combined selectors as we discussed in the earlier classes, separating them with commas. Just simply copying this text and pasting it here. As you can see, the color of these headings change. Now all these 3 headings share the same style. If you ever want to change the color later, we only want to change it once. So the next property is background color. Let's give our main header a light gray background. So this creates a suitable contrast and separate the header from the rest of the page. So I'm giving the header and creating a background color to something like F7. This gives our main header a light gray background. I know it can't be visible right now. If I change this to something darker like this, you can see, but I want only for this header, so I'm changing back. So we want to go to our main header, HTML page. We have to create a class main header. Now I'm just replacing this with the class as you can see. Now I'm just going to change the color for showing you. Sorry, it's not class, it's header. You can see now, see, it's only come for this color. So I'm just changing back. It's a light gray color and it's much better. So let's style our related post section. We'll added a background first. Then you can simply locate the related post section, which are using aside. So we can simply use that. In the background color to this one and border to 5 pixel. This is a shorthand. You'll soon learn in the next classes. I'm giving the same color as the header. As you can see, a border is came around this page. Instead of writing 3 separate properties, we can use this shorthand like border width, border style and border color. And if I change this to dotted, and if I refresh the page, you can see the dotted outline. So I'm just keeping the solid. Suppose we only want the border at top and bottom. Instead of using border, we can simply specify border top, and I'm copying this. And border bottom. Only bottom and top are needed, so we can use this. If you want all sides, you can just simply use border. So CSS also supports predefined color names. For example, if I want to color the whole background, so for the body, I'm just simply using background color to blue. I can simply use the name blue, and I save this. All entire page has changed except these, because I have given separately background colors for them. So at present we don't need this. I'm just commenting it. So that's all for this lesson. Today we learned the RGB color model, RGBA and RGB notation, hexadecimal colors, short and hexa colors, gray shades, text colors, background colors, borders, and etc. So in the next lesson, we'll continue improving our web page by learning more CSS styling. I'll see you in the next lecture.